friends, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share another design team project for the Not Too Shabby shop. But first I wanted to share with you my design team package for the month of August. First I wanted to share this really adorable tag that Jamie made. Here's her information that you can follow using the email, and as well as if you have any questions for her, you can use her email, but the website and all the information will also be linked below. But she did these beautiful tags using her exclusive stamp set called Multiple Buddies. And she also sent these two stamp sets for me to play with this month. This one here is from Sunny Studio, and it's absolutely adorable. It screams fall. It's called Happy Harvest. And then the other one is called Cheers, and it's from Waffle Flower. It's got the adorable little kitty in a water raft or not balloon. You know what I'm trying to say. He's floating in the water and he's having a good time. So anyway, so let's move on to today's project. I'm going to be using the Sunny Studio stamp set Fruit Cocktail. Absolutely love this set. It's so fun to play with. And I actually tested this out a few times. Anytime that I get these layering stamp sets, I actually do a trial run because I always want to stamp out the images first and try out color combinations prior to filming, because it actually goes a little faster and you won't be seeing all of the test runs and all that. So I always have an idea or already know the color combinations that I'm going to be using prior to filming. So I'm going to be doing the stamping of the peach. You won't be seeing me do the pear or the apple just to save some time in the video, but I will share with you obviously the all three images once they are finished. So I went ahead and die cut the images first before I stamped them. I actually got this tip from the website of Sunny Studio. And I think it actually says on the package, I believe, of the stamp set that you could do this, because it just makes the placement of everything much easier. And you can see that I went ahead and stamped out the one, and that's why I did two of these, because I didn't know how they were going to stamp out. So I actually liked the second one that I'm stamping currently better than I did the first stamping, and because of the white space around the die cut. So that's why I went ahead and used the peach here on the top. So I'm using each color, and I did list the colors that I used below. All of the inks that I am using for this are Lawn Fawn inks, and I will have them listed below in the description bar area as well. So it's very easy to do, and you can see how realistic they look. They're absolutely gorgeous and absolutely fun to do. And there's just, I can't get over how realistic the Sunny Studio layering stamps become, because they're just awesome and created so well, executed so well in design. So now I'm going to move on to actually assembling my card and putting together my elements. I am going to be using a piece of pattern paper from the Preppy prints from also Sunny Studio. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. And then I decided to go ahead and cut down a piece of white cardstock. This is roughly 3.5 inches wide. So I thought it would be a good layering piece of paper here, cardstock, onto my card. And I'm going to, and it really will bring out the white of the squares that I created with the wonky stitched rectangles. No, these are not rectangles. These are squares. So anyway, so I created a 3.5 piece of just white cardstock to just have a base layer to the pattern paper. And I'm just going to cut off the excess with my scissors. That makes it much easier this way than you could go ahead and, obviously cut it down prior to, but I've learned over the years that sometimes this is just much easier to do it this way. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my pieces to my little squares here. Just using some regular tape runner for this. And I'm just going to arrange them in different angles to make it a little bit more pleasing to the eye. And then once I have them onto these squares the way I want them, I'm going to go ahead and add the pattern paper piece. So I really wanted to use this pattern paper with this set because I just love the colors in it. It really is a bright set of 6x6 papers, but I knew that these colors, you know, for the majority of the papers didn't really go well. But I thought this was the best fit for my design, and it really does lend itself to bring out all the colors in my design, including the card base too. So I'm adding this piece again with some tape runner. Going to line that up on my grid mat. I absolutely love my grid mat. I don't know what I would do without it whenever I'm doing my cards. I would like to know from you guys, just so I could have some interaction with you guys, is there a one tool in your craft room that you absolutely cannot live without whenever you're making a card? If you can tell me that, please leave me a comment below, and I would love to hear your comments. So it'll be interesting to see what all of y'all say. So anyway, so I have added the piece of pattern paper to my design here. Now I'm going to work on my sentiment, and a lot of this is, you could see that I had my head on a lot of these shots, and I didn't want y'all wouldn't be able to see what I was doing anyway. So I edited a lot of the headshots out of this, and because like I said, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway, but sometimes I really have to get right over my project just to see what I'm doing. So now I've stamped down the whole sentiment there, and you can see that I did a two color sentiment. And so now I'm wanting to add just a little bit of extra detail to this design, and I knew I had some stitching on the little squares here. So I thought it would be fun to add some stitching to the panel of the white, and I just grabbed I grabbed a marker here. This is one of my Tombow markers, and just the closest brown that I could get to the ink that I was using. And I'm just going to take my Tim Holtz ruler here, and that was going to be a helping guide for me to have a straight line to do some faux stitching on my own to the white panel here. So once I had that all down, again, didn't get to show it because a lot of the shot was you seeing my head, and of course you can't see anything if you only see my head. And I apologize for that, guys, but sometimes I just really have to get over my project in order to see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to arrange my pieces onto my card here, and I thought it would be fun and something different to arrange the middle piece. Since the sentiment is focused around the pear, I thought it would be fun to arrange this piece kind of at an angle, just to give it a little bit of visual interest. And I really do like how it turned out. And I also thought it would be nice to go ahead and pop this one square up. I did go ahead and add the other two fruit just flush to the card, but I thought adding the middle piece up on some foam adhesive or foam tape would be also pleasing to the eye and just add a little bit of interest to the card. So I'm just going to take the paper backings off of my foam adhesive here and then add that pear at an angle there. And it actually worked out because the pear is almost up and down where obviously the square is not, and you can see a little bit more of the pattern paper that way. So it actually worked out perfectly. So now all I'm going to do is add some final touches, which I'm going to add some shimmer pen, and then I'm going to add some clear glossy accents to the fruit. And you can see how beautiful and shiny and shimmery this card is, and it's just a really fun birthday card to give to someone. So that is my project for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe and hit that notification bell to be sure to be notified for any new videos that I may do in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.